legacy and the memory of an amazing woman called Marielle Franco. Marielle!
Presente!
Marielle!
Presente!
Marielle was a lifelong human rights advocate who spent her life defending justice and human rights for those who have constantly had it denied in my home country of Brazil. She was a 38-year-old single black woman, single mother from the favela of Maré. She was a lifelong advocate, and she was murdered last Wednesday night with 4 bullets to the head. In Brazil, there's one black person murdered every 23 minutes. I'm going to say that again. There's one black person murdered every 23 minutes in Brazil. Some organizations will use the term genocide for political reasons, but that is the term that the Brazilian black movement uses. So that is the term that I will use here today. This is a genocide of the black Brazilian population, and it needs to end now. Marielle was the 5th most voted councilwoman in the Rio Council in the last election. In her first year, she was very active, and she presented more projects than many council people who have occupied those seats for years. And about a month ago, there was a military intervention announced for Rio. So the federal government announced that the military would now be the police in Rio. And this was explained as, you know, violence is out of hand, we don't have control over the police anymore, our only option is to send the military to police the streets. And Marielle and the movements she standed with, the favela movements, the women's movements, the queer movements, the poor people's movements were firmly against this because they know what this means. This is just another way of giving a white flag and allowing executions, extrajudicial killings, and continued oppression of poor people and black people in Brazil. Marielle was appointed a key investigator for the commission at the council that was going to start monitoring this military intervention. The week of her death, she had talked about 3 murders that had happened in the city. In a tweet just a day before she was killed, she said, "How many more need to die for this war to end?" The night she was killed, she was at a round table with a bunch of black women, black Brazilian women, at the house of the black woman, Casa das Pretas, and she was doing a round table called Moving the Structures. Marielle believed, like I believe, that the only way to challenge inequality and to really have a better society is to have more representation and to have more black women represented in spaces of power. And she believed that so much that she dedicated her life to that by going into the institution of government to try and do things differently. She also put on her Facebook page a few days before she died, "We must raise our voices. We must raise our voices." So we are here today to answer her call and to promise Marielle that we will raise our voices, we will not forget, and we will stay here to demand justice until the people who ordered Marielle's death are put to justice. Marielle!
Presente!
Marielle!
Presente!
Marielle!
Presente!
I wanted to close with a picture. This is Marielle's widow, Monica, and her sister, Aniele, who spoke at the Brazilian Congress this morning. This is Monica, her widow, and Aniele. And I'd like to read you some of Monica's words from what she said today. Monica, we can hear you in New York, and we promise to keep echoing your call for justice. Monica said, "Marielle worked with the urgency of life, and she pulsed the struggle. Her voice cannot be silenced just because her body has been killed. We will continue together in her struggle, which has not ended with her death. Marielle has become a symbol of hope. Marielle is resistance, Marielle is strength, Marielle is power. And the entire world is watching, and the entire world is demanding justice. The Brazilian government owes the world an answer, and we will not silence, and we will not leave Marielle's side. We will raise our voices like she asked, and we will keep working with her to move the structures, and so that no others have to continue dying in this war. Marielle!
Presente!
Marielle!
Presente!
Marielle!
Presente!
I'd like all of you to join me in honoring Marielle today, and I'd like to open the floor for whoever wants to share what brought them here today, and how are you committed to upholding this struggle in your own work and life. The floor is open.